To Ms. Bryce Smith and to Mr. Cantrell. As you heard, I was very upset that a kid from Baltimore, thousands of them, by the way, thousands, can face a lifetime of economic punishment over a few $100s stolen. Yet a company like Maxim can be found guilty of stealing from taxpayers, pay a fine, and continue to bill the federal government for millions of dollars of services each year. Ms. Bryce Smith, do you share that sentiment? Something's wrong with that picture.
I'm equally concerned about the equity that you've pointed out.
Yeah, and who has the power, by the way? Do you all have the power? Who has the power to debar these companies?
We do have the power to exclude providers.
Now, you got some, have you ever done it?
Certainly we do.
Well, why not this company?
The decision on who to exclude is based on several factors, including access to care, as well as the specific conduct and the expectation of whether they will continue the bad behavior or not. We utilize, in cases where we do not exclude corporations, we utilize corporate integrity agreements. In this case, there was a deferred prosecution agreement where we will monitor this corporation in hopes to bring them.
The hell with monitoring. They've already done it. If you had somebody working in your house, cleaning your house, and you came home and your wife's bracelet that was worth $50 is missing, you don't hire them again. Duh. What do you mean, deferred prosecution? This company needs to go. How many other companies are like this? Are doing, in other words, have defrauded the people of the United States of America, have taken away services from people like our witness, our earlier witness, and are still doing business with Medicaid. How many? You're the IG. You sat up here and you said all these wonderful things. It sounds nice. Oh, we're doing this and we're doing that. That's real nice. But what I'm trying to tell you is that your normal is not good enough. You know, if you're going to come in here with a badge on your chest and talk about what you've done, and a company that's taken millions of dollars away from taxpayers is still doing business, and they come in 41 states and said, all right, we're ready to do business again. Yeah, we've stolen from you, but we're ready to go. And we say, okay, all right, we'll do it. Something is wrong with that picture, and you're the IG. So is that the normal that we should expect? Here we are slashing budgets. People talking about slashing Medicare, slashing Medicaid, slashing Social Security. And we've got some greedy folks who are out there stealing money from people. And you're going to tell me that we have the power to debar and we're not using it? In what case will we use it?
We use it on average nearly 3,000 times every year.
Well, why not this company?
As I said, there are factors that play into the decision, depending on whether they're criminally convicted or whether there's going to be an impact to access to care going forward, and their expectation of whether or not they will continue to commit the fraud, or whether we believe that through compliance monitoring we can bring them into the fold and allow them to continue to provide services to the population that they're serving.
Oh. Like the lady that steals your wife's brooch. You say to her, or the cleaning person, you say to her, oh, Miss Jane or Mr. Johnson, yeah, you stole a brooch, but we want you to come back in because we think you can be rehabilitated. We think the next time you have a cleaning assignment, you won't take the diamond ring. Something is wrong with that picture. And I guess what I'm trying to get through to you is that that is not the normal. Our country is better than that. And there are people in my district that are suffering because they can't get the services they need, but yet and still we're letting these companies do this. And by the way, there are other situations in government where people did much less than this. They'd be out. And again, I go back to the young boys and girls in my district, some of whom live in my block. And if they stole a $300 bike, they would be punished for a lifetime. Not a day, not an hour, and they damn sure wouldn't get a multi-million-dollar contract and multi-million-dollar contracts in 41 states. I mean, I would be embarrassed to even come in here and stick out my chest. talking about what I've accomplished when the company's still, they've got to be looking at us like we're fools. So I'm hoping that we'll be able to work on a bipartisan way to get rid of Maxim. Because, see, all of this stuff you all talking about, it does not matter if at the end result, Mr. Gowdy said part of it, I'm almost finished, Mr. Chairman, part of it is making sure somebody goes to jail, but there's another part. That other part is saying to them that we are not going to allow you to do business and screw over the American people anymore. That's the second part. And you can do all these things you're talking about, bring in all the technology you want, talk about all these wonderful things you're doing, but if there's not that end result, you know what they do? They just come right back. And they pay the price, but they come right back. Thank you, Mr. Chairman.